Here is the lineup for the first of the 4 races in the heptathlon. Mountains of Belgium, Chefa Spinola of Brazil, Aguila of Colombia, Barman of India, and then we go De Souza of Brazil, Shuk, promising Ukrainian, and Rukstul of Switzerland. Well, a fine start, particularly by De Souza, the South African. Shuk a bit behind the rest of the field now, but it's Aguila of Colombia also going well. And nearest the camera, Rukstul of Switzerland. Rukstil's going to come through to win this race. Rukstul it is who wins it, and in second place it's Aguila. And 13.81 on the clock. Well, Rukstul, the young Swiss athlete, came here with the best of 13.95, and she smashed that with 13.81. So there's confirmation of the first race of the hurdles. Geraldine Rukstul winning in 13.80 from Aguila 14.03 and Barman 14.14, and all safely completing it. Second of the 4 races. This should be a very close one because they all have best times in the 13.5 to 13.7 range. And there's the lineup: Rodriguez, Kleiner, Krisan, Burson, Felix, Shivotsky-Farkas, Dadic and Kluchinova. And already Burson of the Netherlands going strongly with Krisan inside her, and on the out, right on the inside, Rodriguez of Cuba looks to be coming away with this race. We've also got Kluchinova running well, but here's Rodriguez who wins it with Krisan in second place. 13.61, well, that's pretty close to Rodriguez's personal best of 13.52. She's been an outstanding youngster. I'll take a check on the times. Rodriguez running 13.60 for 1,036 points. Dadic, Krisan, Burson and Preiner all over 1,000 points as well, down to Shivotsky-Farkas, who ran 14.05 in 8th. Our first chance to see one of the new generation of superstars in athletics. That's Nafi Thiam of Belgium, who goes in lane 8 here after her sensational Olympic victory, and she's moved to 3rd on the world all-time list for the heptathlon, being just the 4th woman to score over 7,000 points in the event. Well, how well away. Thiam relatively slowly away, and it's Sadeko and Vetter who are leading the way with Salman Rath on the inside. Thiam now beginning to come through, those long legs getting going, but in the centre lane it's Vetter who wins this race from Sadeko and Salman Rath, and good time there, 13.33, but Thiam a little slowly away, I thought, and well, the time will be reasonable, but a little short of her best. So, Vetter winning in 13.31, Sadeko 13.37, Salman Rath 13.52, and Thiam off to a 13.54 start for 1,044 points. There's the full lineup, then Visser and Williams, who are 2 specialists at the hurdles, Kacheva, Johnson-Thompson, Schaefer, a very consistent German, number 2 on the world list this year, Bugard in the USA, who's another very fine hurdler, and Ikanietsi Admedina from Latvia. The noise begins again. A super start by Visser, the favourite in this particular event. Johnson-Thompson also going very well indeed, but it's Visser from the American Kendall Williams. These two going well clear the rest of the field, with Schaefer in 3rd place, and 12.85 on the clock. And as expected, the hurdle specialist Nadine Visser gives herself a little clap. She's very happy, obviously, with that time. There's the result of the final race in the heptathlon. Nadine Visser, 12.85 for 11.47 points from Williams, Schaefer, Bugard, Johnson-Thompson, close to her personal best, Kacheva, Jima Idu, and then Ikanietsi Admedina. And this is what happened after the hurdles. Nadine Visser was a brilliant 12.85 run to get 11.47 points from Kendall Williams, Caroline Schaefer, Erika Bugard, Annick Vetter, Katrina Johnson-Thompson, all major contenders for a medal here. And Thiam back in 11th place, but nothing much to worry about that. The hurdles isn't one of her better events. The high jump, though, will be, and she'll expect to move up this leaderboard very significantly. we're split into two pools with 7 190 plus jumpers going in Pool A. This is a crucial moment for Kendall Williams, one of the favourites from the USA, American champion. Third attempt at 177. So a very talented jumper. No! So that is disappointing. So although not a complete disaster, because she does have a 174 to her credit today from an athlete who's done 186, that is a disappointment, and that's by one of the favourites. The top two, incidentally, Thiam and Johnson-Thompson, have elected to enter the competition at the height above this at 180. But for Kendall Williams, that's the end of her competition. Obviously tricky conditions with the very wet run-up. They've had the squeegees out there, the rollers, to try to absorb as much of the rain as they possibly can. And now Damon Rowe, who is in herself a top high jumper, also coming out for her third attempt at 177. The Americans are having a lot of problems at these championships. And I'm afraid we have to add her to it. Wasn't really close. And Damon Rowe exits the competition like her compatriot Kendall Williams, 174. So can Schaefer join the successful attempts at this height? Oh, she can. Well, it's certainly going well for Schaefer. That equals her personal best. So this is the crucial moment, and it could have implications when we look at the medals tomorrow at the end of the day, because Johnson-Thompson needs a good score in the high jump, needs this height. 186, third attempt. Oh no, well, I'm afraid 180 is way below what we got to expect, and that is a huge disappointment for her many fans, for an athlete who's been immensely promising for years. And it looks, just at that one moment, that her hopes are dashed of a medal here. This is Nadine Visser. Well, she's been taking quite a lot of jumps here. This is her third go. Oh, and she too soars over. So our hurdles fastest, continuing to go very well indeed. Not quite as high, of course, as Pool A, but nonetheless 177. As Nafi Thiam, the favourite for the title, advances now to try 1m89. And every inch a high jumper there. After the gross disappointment of Katrina Johnson-Thompson going out at the previous height, Thiam just going on and on. Rodriguez now. The bar is at 189, her second attempt. This would be a personal best if she clears it. No failures up to including the previous height of 186. Here she comes. Oh yes, and the 22-year-old Cuban soars over that. Now Thiam is already clear, Rodriguez is clear, and this is the third attempt now for Kluchinova, one of the women who has cleared over 190. She goes out, and well, be reasonably happy, I would think. So, can she go yet higher and do two personal bests in one competition? Here she goes, Rodriguez of Cuba, measured approach, up she goes. Oh yes, wow, what a performance, and what a time to do it. So, two go on, 195, this is Thiam. This is world-class high jumping territory. We won't see too many going higher than that in the individual high jump. And here's Thiam, first attempt, clean card so far. Oh yes, well, the bar's still trembling, but it's there. 195 for Thiam. The crowd really showing their enthusiasm for each and every event. Here she goes. Oh, this is becoming magical. Wow, 195. Well, we've just heard that Rodriguez has, unsurprisingly, decided to retire from the competition. Well, she might, because she's had one go at 198. Right, the last chance for Thiam to go at 198 in the high jump. Yeah, there's thousands of people clapping her on, willing her, if they possibly can, to clear this height. Oh, well, no, but with 195, Nafi Thiam has moved into the lead in the heptathlon after 2 events. There's the result of the high jump. Thiam and Rodriguez, both 195, personal best for the young Cuban. Then Schaefer equaled her best as she and Kluchinova went over 186. Brusson and Schuch 183. The big disappointment, Johnson Thompson only 180. And the Americans, and we've got them at the bottom of the page there, Bugard, Damon Rowe, they were well below their form at 184, as indeed, as will be on the next page, was Kendall Williams as well at that height, as we look down the full list of the competitors, with just one competitor having dropped out of the competition so far, Laura Icaniaci Medina, who had that hamstring pull in the hurdles. The heptathlon shot put, they're in 2 groups. Most of the best competitors are in Group A, so they start with Vetter and Schaefer. Well, she's got a personal best in this discipline of 14 meters 79. Let's see whether she can get close to that. And that's pretty good again. I do admire this athlete. She's so consistently good performance. She never seems to have a poor event. That must challenge her personal best. Yeah, it's confirmed. It is a new personal best, 14.84. And Kluchinova had a good couple of first events. She's lying 6th, 2028. One of these athletes who's very consistent across the whole range of heptathlon disciplines. So just think staying on balance in the circle there, and again it's midway between those 2 sector lines drawn at 14 meters and 15 meters, so she's pleased with her start, and a season's best 14.80 to her credit. Now then, it's the turn of Nafi Satu, it's known as just Nafi Thiam. She leads the competition, the Olympic champion, the 22-year-old, 3rd on the all-time list. Very tall, just again holding her balance there. Oh, that's an excellent start. Very good start there for Thiam. 15.17 takes her over 3,000 points already. Now Rodriguez, the Cuban, lying 2nd after the first 2 disciplines after brilliant high jumping, now in the shot. She started with a fairly modest put, 12.49. She has gone over 14 meters. And that's better because it's getting close to the 14-meter line. Still a little way short because she's certainly moved into medal contention with the absence of Icaniaci Adriana and Johnson Thompson below form. So this is an improvement. Yes, 13.45. She's now up to 2.964 points. Anouk Vetter, in the first round, she was a little below par really at 13.92, and she's a 16-meter putter. Exactly that this year as her season's best. Oh, that's better. Yeah, that looks like a 15-meter put. The best we've seen, of course, being Thiam and Damon Rowe getting over 15 meters. Good technique, rewarded with 15.09. Nadine Brusson, 3rd put, last chance for her to improve on 13.91, lying 7th, as you can see on that caption overall so far, and maybe a bit, it's just about 14 meters there. Brusson 14.09, her best coming at the last. And there's the result of the shot. Thiam, the best of the day, so increasing her lead with that 15.17. Damon Rowe and Vetter also over 15.09. Personal best there for Schaefer. This is the second group that we've seen, gradually getting quicker. And of course it includes the leader, Nafi Thiam, who will go in lane 8. Big interest obviously here, and Thiam in lane 8, see how she goes. She seems to have made up a little ground on D'Souza. 2 lanes inside her though. Sadeko is going well, the Estonian, and Thiam is losing a little bit of ground. There isn't indeed much to choose between these athletes. Sadeko being challenged now by Kacheva of the Czech Republic. But Thiam finishing a bit faster now and will get up. Oh, she might even have snatched that from Kacheva. It was pretty close on the line. The winning time 24:57. Kacheva 24:56. Thiam adds 927 points to her total, 100th of a second behind in second place. Sadeko, D'Souza, Kluchinova, Rukstal, not much to choose between, but Nanojimo Idu losing a bit more ground. The third of the 4 races of the heptathlon 200 meters. This is the lineup.
We now move to the heptathlon 200 meters.
Veta certainly very quickly into her running and trying to run down Rodriguez outside her, but the Cuban is talented and is holding her off surely, but not much to choose again between them. The Benin athlete also running very prominently indeed, Ahuanwano, and I think she's just got the lead a little bit, but Veta finishing strongly, these two, and Aguila coming up ahead of Rodriguez, but it's the Benin athlete, Ahuanwano. Looks a bit ragged at the end, but she held on to win. So there we go, 24:09, the confirmed winning time. Then Aguila, then Veta, who gets 946 points. Rodriguez, who gets 941. So narrowing the gap on Thiam just a little. Just one race before then. That's this final race of the heptathlon. Dadic, Williams, Schaefer, Bugard, Johnson-Thompson, Visser, and Salman Rao. Off they go. A good start by Kendall Williams, the American, second from the inside. Johnson-Thompson now getting into a running and is going to head the field as they come into the home straight, and the crowd roar as they appreciate that. And one of their favourites, Johnson-Thompson, is coming through to win this by a big margin. No question about that. She's showing what she can do. Schaefer doing very well to get second place. Bugard is third, and a splendid time by Johnson-Thompson. Well, it hasn't all gone right for her today, but it's ended in style. Johnson-Thompson winning in 22.86 for 1,093 points. Schaefer taking second in 23.58. Then Bugard, Visser, Salman Rao, Dadic and Kendall Williams. Schaefer has taken the lead from Thiam in the heptathlon by just 22 points, both over 4,000. Rodriguez is in third. Johnson-Thompson moves all the way back up into the top 10 in fourth place. Then Veta and Visser, the Dutch athletes, Lucinova, Dadic, as we run through the whole perspective. Quite a lot of changes with the results that came through from the 200 meters. And quite a gap, obviously, between the top competitors, over 4,000, and the others just over 3,000 there. Those are the 30 women who we'll see again tomorrow.
London has delivered 2 fabulous days so far in the 2017 IAAF World Athletics Championships, and have we got a day in store for you?
The first action of this day 3 of the IAAF World Championships here in London, and it's the women's heptathlon. Katrina Johnson-Thompson. Oh, that's better. That's really good. 6:56 start, the best we've seen, 4:865. Caroline Schaefer, second jump of the competition, started with 6:10, former world junior champion, 25-year-old German in brilliant form this season. Oh, that looks to extend it. Well, they on improvement to 6:20, and she's at 4:948. So just 19 points behind Thiam. Now Yurires Rodriguez after a modest opener. Well, that looks better. Yeah, well, she started at 5:77, and that's well beyond 6 meters. There it is, 6:23, so she's back in fourth place, 4:826. Here's Anouk Vetter. I think that's a little better for her as well. 6:32. Well, season's best. Excellent start. Takes her up to 4.781. Now then, Nadine Visser, lying 8th at the moment, 4.670. The European under-23 hurdles champion. Fine all-rounder here. Can she improve? Yeah, I think she can. And yes, 6:30 for Visser takes her up to 4.763 and 6th overall. Now Nafi Thiam started with 6:20, conservative. 6:33 was good. Can she get close to her best of 6:57? Oh, that's a super jump. That just shows what a star this young athlete is. Yes, 6:57, season's best for her. 5,044 points.
There's the heptathlon standings then after 5 events of 7. Nafi Thiam, the Olympic champion, over 5,000 points with 5,044. Johnson Thompson now into a medal position. So 5 events down, 2 more to go, a javelin and an 800 metres. Johnson Thompson up into a bronze medal position after 5 events. The British athlete looking to get a good opening mark on the board. 41 metres and 72, a season's best for the British athlete. Dadic bounces up and down, 47 metres and 51 in the first round. Oh, that's better. The season's best of 52 metres and 29. That's good points. Visser, her 3rd and final throw. .42 metres and 26. Her 3rd and final throw. Schaefer of Germany in silver after the long jump. .49 metres and 68. So Rodriguez of Cuba. A wonderful high jump yesterday, didn't she, of 1 metre and 95. It's over the 45 metre line. What a wonderful world champ she's having. 47 metres and 41. Better leading the way with a huge 55 metres and 32. But looking for a few more points here, Thiam. I mentioned she's very close with the likes of Schaefer on 800 metre best times going into the final event. So a 3rd and final effort. Well, it's over the 50 metre line. It's coming through 53 metres and 93. Vetter looking to put a few more points on the board. So can she improve on her 55 metres and 32? Her final throw has a lifetime best of 55 metres and 76. Oh, that's not coming down. That is absolutely massive from the Dutch athlete. Oh, 58 metres and 41. So, a javelin throw summary for the women's heptathlon. Vetter, 58 metres and 41, 1,024 points. That's big points because it's big throwing. Visser of the Netherlands, 42 metres and 26. Johnson Thompson picking up exactly 700 points with her 41 metre plus throw.
So now we come to the conclusion of the heptathlon. And that's how it looks at the moment. Nafi Thiam surely on her way to gold, leading with 5.980. And then the battle on for the silver between Schaefer at 5.808 and Vetter 5.805. So only 3 points. Basically, it's simple. Vetter needs to beat Schaefer if she's going to overtake her. Anouk Vetter, well, this isn't her good event. 2:17.71 her personal best, but she is in 3rd place and should do enough to be able to hold on to that. whereas Caroline Schaefer looks a pretty good bet at the moment for the silver medal, and just have to see how it pans out. 2:14.1, and Thiam, who we didn't rate as a terribly good 800-meter runner, but 2:20 best in Rio, and then she took 5 seconds off it just to show her competitive zeal. Well, off they go. And already Schaefer is showing quite well on the inside, but on those outside lanes. And looking for Salman Ruth, and here comes the German coming across now. She's the fastest in the field. Johnson Thompson also coming across neatly from the 5th station order there. You can already see that the gaps are building up, all right, as we pan through the field here. Claudia Salman Ruth of Germany, Trina Johnson-Thompson, Great Britain. And they're really motoring along, but the battle we must keep an eye on, because the battle between Vetter and Schaefer is all important. And Schaefer is, well, you can see in the picture there, about 5 metres ahead of Vetter is the back of that field. 60.58. Again, it's a very good time from a classy 800-meter runner with Salman Ruth leading. But Thiam biding her time, second from the back there with Vetter. But both of those look pretty certain to get a medal, even if they're not going to figure in the major placings in this particular race. There they are, right at the right of the screen now. Vetter coming up on Thiam's shoulder, and they're likely to get medals. But look at the gap between the top runners here. Oh, excellent increase in points, of course. Could be worth almost 150 or so points gap here. And it's Salman Ruth and Johnson Thompson being urged on by the crowd. Tremendous roars from the crowd to support the British athlete, who's got every chance of moving up in the standings. There they are, Salman Ruth and Johnson Thompson. And they're coming in for a terrific performance here in this race. There's some tired legs, though, coming through. And it is first across the line, Salman Ruth, second Johnson Thompson finishing there, with Salman Ruth a magnificent effort, 2:07.37. But we can look further back down the field. She's just jogging in. She's coming in last place. Schaefer's finished, and now Nafi Thiam has finished. Well, we'll take a check on the points, but she's the gold medalist for sure.
Olympic gold last year in Rio, and with 6,784 points, she's now the world champion. And Schaefer can't control the emotion, and a world silver medal for the German athlete. And Vetter picks up the bronze for the Netherlands as well. We talk about future stars in track and field. Nafi Thiam, young, talented, and with gold medals.